What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to the Rise to Power brand new series here on my channel. Something a little bit different. This isn't going to be as frequent, I don't think, as my Football Manager series, but this is on the game Lords of Football. For those of you who don't know, this is basically a football management sim with a twist, and the twist being that your players play blackjack and get hookers and stuff, and they get weed and do drugs and get addictions and gamble. And yeah, that's this game in short. So, for this series, we're going to be playing as Liverpool, I think. Yeah, we'll go as Liverpool because, for those of you who don't know, this game, it doesn't take itself too seriously, at least I don't think it does. It's a little bit of fun. It's something different compared to other management sims. I did do kind of I guess a taster video already on my channel just to kind of test the waters, and all in all it was received really well by you guys, and it kind of led me on to thinking, you know what, let's try this on my own channel. You know, let's try a proper series. Let's not try this tester episode. So what this is a series here on this game. As I've already mentioned, it's a cross between The Sims, Football Manager, and it also has some kind of tactical 2D elements. I don't know if you've ever seen the games on the iPad and iPhone where you like have to tap players and make them run to spots, but there is an element of that within this game. So this is the very first version of the game being out. It's only been out a few days. I think it's been out like 3 or 4 days maybe as I record this. So it's a very new game. I still not got to grips with all the mechanics, so there might be times when I'm just totally failing. However, for the most part, hopefully it'll all go to well. So our path to fame and glory begins now, apparently. So yeah, this is the game. This is the menu screen that you can see, and here are our beautiful players, all with really random names, I believe. I don't think they've all got real names because this is like, you know, they don't have the licensing obviously, and it's more about kind of the fun of the game rather than being really serious and all having the proper names. So here's our team. They're getting changed. Let's fast forward this so they all get into position. Okay, we don't want to waste time, but all the players are coming in and managing players. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off tutorial mode because tutorial mode is annoying me already, and if a player or something goes wrong, we'll just blame someone else. So let's set up set pieces.
Will you join
then area ability here, area ability there, passing there. That'll do for now. So basically, this game it's different to say the least. It really is. I can't really compare it to any other games. But first things first, I don't really know what the pro thing to do here is to start the game. But what we will do is we're just going to get our attackers taking penalty shootouts. I mean, why not just get them all? Get them all over here. So there we go. I like the way you kind of pick them up. Like if I just show you, if we click this guy, he's flying. I can fly. I did that on my other video. It's not funny. But no. So here we have this game. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to quickly set up our team's kind of training schedules and stuff. Oh well, we actually have a even number. Sometimes if you put the odd number on passing, one player stands there like a lemon. So that's quite nice. And then we've got quite a lot of defenders, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get 2 groups of 4. So you 4 move on to this aerial ability, and oh, we're missing one. Oh god, I've broken it. You guys go here, and you can join them. So since the last video, I've actually learnt how to play this game slightly more than I did before. So what we're doing here is we're just getting the players set up on a training schedule. About halfway through this, I'm going to take these 8 midfielders off, and we're going to give them some creativity training. So if we just fast forward this, look at them all training. They're all learning and stuff.
In order to claim the title of Lord of Football,
I don't want the tutorial. Go away.
For this reason,
please leave me alone, tutorial man. I've turned you off. Oh, look at these penalty shootouts. So what this shows is their player stats up improving. The green arrows indicate that. So I don't know why these players aren't improving. Maybe they are improving. Maybe I'm failing. Who knows? So I've actually daydreamed there, and we've missed out on some stuff. But what we're going to do is, I think it's this locker room. We want to put them in here, I think, and then set the training to creativity. No. Okay, that should be training creativity now. I say should be. This training increases the ability of making... Oh, okay. Now they've all run away. Okay, let's get the midfield back. There we go. Yep, train creativity. See, I'm still getting used to these buttons, but I will get there one day. Why all run out the room and then just stand there like lemons? I mean, really? Right. You're going to learn to play football, lads. So these guys should all sit down and I'll start training their creativity. And tell you what else we're going to do. We're going to move the attackers onto the running field. And then the defenders onto the passing, and the other lot of defenders onto that passing. And then you goalkeepers, you can practice your aerial ability and stuff. You go there, you go there. So you see, this game is all about kind of man management and rotation, and I'm not doing a very good job of man managing it because our our strikers just kind of daydreamed here. So hopefully these guys are going to run around the track. No, they're not. Right, stay in the track, you. I've selected stamina. Oh, there we go. See, this game, the interface is a little bit clunky. This is the very first version of the game being out, so that's kind of to be expected. But at least for the most part, you know, it's bearable. I'm starting to get to grips with it. I've played a little bit of this game, as I said, because if you watch the last video that I did on this game, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. In fact, I may well make that video private because YouTube screwed it up. But I mean, that was really just a taster of what this game can be about. So, as you can see here, training session is almost over. Let's just fast forward this now. Go. So look at them. So this is just general training, I guess you can see, to improve the players. And now official training hours are over. So now we have to manage our players as they go out on a night out on the town. So if I do that, will that... Oh, I have to gather them all, I think, first. Do I?
In the upcoming match.
Okay, let's just drag you guys here. And drag you... Wait, let's just highlight all these. I can't remember how to... I had a problem with ending the training session before, where I couldn't work out how to do it. Are they ending for the day? You're done for the day now. See, I'm still getting to grips with this. You're done for the day. Oh, do they all know that they're done for the day? That's just... You're done. Go out and have a nice night out on the town. Look at them all go, pub crawl! Okay, so while I go and become all rowdy, they should reappear here, I hope. Yeah, they are, see? It's all going to plan. So now what we have to do is we have to manage our players' habits at night. So what you can see here is the amount of people going into each kind of venue. Each one of these has kind of its positives and negatives, I believe. So one player is in the radio station. The radio is usually a good place for players to go. And he's improving something there. And then if you look in here, I mean, I'm still getting to grips with this game, so I can't tell you everything for certain, but I mean, look at most of the players here just getting gambling on. So what we'll do is, I think what we'll do is we'll actually try and get... Oh god, I can't select them there. So to be fair, first night is not too big or a worry what people are doing. 2 have gone for a restaurant, some have gone to the fan club, and in fact... I think we might even have a match now with this loading screen. In fact, we do, so we're playing Swindon Warriors. So, the matches on this game are kind of... Well, they're not kind of, they are very kind of slow and clunky. And so what I'm going to do here is... I'm basically going to cut off the recording here as far as audio goes, record the game, and then I'm going to cover the highlights every match, kind of make my own reel, probably just of the goals, and plonk it at the end of the video for you guys to look at. So that's what's going to happen. It'll just be highlights, and I'll post-commentate it for you. So anyway, guys, let's get straight into today's game. Okay guys, so basically the reason for the post-commentating is simply because, well, this game... The matches are really long, and it's something that I'm really hoping they fix. Just a boost button would be a lifesaver, something that would half the time of games. If you could just hold, I don't know, Control or Alt, and it sped up the game. Alas, that isn't in the game at the moment, so you will have to just put up with, I guess, this kind of replay style until maybe they fix the game and I can just do live comms. But anyway, really what I just want to talk about is the actual match engine on this game, because I didn't really show it off too well in my last game. That I did in my first ever video on this game, and that was simply because I didn't understand it. But essentially what you can do is you can pause the game at any time, click on specific players and give them an action to do. Now you're limited to the amount of actions you can do, and that is resembled by kind of the bar around the pause and play button that you can see in the bottom kind of centre of your screen, and different kind of distances run, different speeds run, that kind of stuff uses different amount of charge of your command bar, I'm going to call it. So what you can see here is the fact that I'm trying to direct players, and you'll see me pause it a few times and I can't move them, which is something that maybe they could fix in the future. I mean, particularly here, I put the ball into the box and then I'm not able to tell my guy at the back post to get into the centre because I've not got any charge left. I mean, you can see how it's all highlighted orange. That basically resembles what you're going to lose when the player makes the action that you've selected, so in this case the pass. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Another thing I'd like to see is, particularly like in this situation here where I don't have enough charge to shoot, I feel as if the game just shouldn't let you pause it at all, and that would just mean there's a lot of less of this kind of unnecessary pausing. But I do really like the match engine on this game. I was a little bit kind of skeptical of it at first when I first discovered actually how to do it properly, because as I showed in the first video that I ever did on this game, I literally had no idea what I was doing. But I do feel as if this kind of skill-based kind of element of the game is incredibly unique and something they really need to focus on in terms of making it a bit more kind of strategic as a game. The thing with a game like FM is it's really good fun single player, but the multiplayer is as much about luck as it is skill. I mean, this is lucky here. I don't know how I get this penalty. And I just feel like this game could become a really successful online game if they were to get a balance between skill in terms of the management of your squad and on the pitch, so that when it comes to online games, you've got to have some skill and there's a lot kind of a less luck element, if that makes sense, in it. I was kind of surprised that you couldn't take penalties as well in terms of choosing a direction. That's kind of something really simple, but it doesn't really matter too much. And this game was pretty dominant in the end. This was actually a pre-season friendly. I can't remember if I mentioned that at the start of this, but it was against Swindon's team. We actually won 4-0. This was the last goal. Pretty much a hoofball from Mr. Fantastic. He seems to be a bit of a kind of playmaker in this team. But you can see here, directing the last attacker to run, getting the ball up to him. I was playing kind of a 4-5-1, I think, or maybe a 5-4-1, just with the lone striker, which seemed to work for me. And I really can't stress enough how much I kind of enjoy this game as something very different. I'm probably going to do a more kind of official, professional kind of review of this game once I've got a bit more to grips with it and kind of understand the game a little more. Let me know, guys, would you be interested in seeing kind of a more professional review of this game, because it's something I'm certainly looking at. But anyway, guys, that was the final score, as I've already mentioned. That was the fourth and final goal in this fixture. We won 4-0, and it was a really comfortable result in the end. But anyway, this is the end of episode 1 of the Rise to Power. I'm really interested, guys. Do you want to see more of this? Do you like kind of the match format? If you've got any suggestions about how I could do it better, please let me know, because I'm still not sure. But my general plan is to do one day of training and then the night and then the match highlights kind of system that I've got at the moment, and take it from there. But anyway, gameplay's wrapping up. Guys, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And other than that, if you've got any questions about the game, leave them, because I'm sure there'll be plenty. And other than that, guys, I will talk to you in a bit. It's me, Jack, and I'm out.